We watched a trailer for it a few months ago, and it's now available, I think, to the public, maybe, possibly, potentially, or they sent it to bro on the early side of the game, and I want to see what it looks like. Should I cop one? I might. If I could watch movies connected like to a wall or something, like I'm being siphoned, like I'm having my life force siphoned from a tree, then I'll do it. I'll unbox it. We'll watch a movie on stream. I'll put that shit over my head. I promise I will.
All right, it's finally here. This is the Apple Vision Pro. This is the beginning of Apple's spatial computing journey. Their first headset, AR, VR, wearable face computer, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And this is the unboxing. So everything that I show you guys in this box, it's going to be a representation of what you would get.
Never gotten a box this big from Apple in my life.
Should you decide to spend,
Tuck, appreciate the 20 months.
The $3,500 that it takes to get one of these, or
wait, what? Hold on, let me y'all see that? That's a 256 gigs, 3,400, or 300 a month for a year. 512 gigs, 3,700, or 300 a month for a year. 1 terabyte, 3,900, or 325 a month for a year. Do payments? Nah, I don't like, you see, payments are cool until you realize like there are other bills. There are other bills, bro. This is as much as some of y'all are paying for car insurance or just a car in general, bro. Like I don't know. And nah, you definitely don't have a $300 car note if you in your early 20s, bro. Sorry, gang.
In this case, actually $3,900, because this is the 1 terabyte Vision Pro. You'll see the accessories. You'll see it booted up for the first time.
Who paying $300 car insurance? What do you mean?
And this is very much the beginning of our Apple Vision Pro investment.
Oh, you don't live in Michigan, probably. Michigan has the worst car insurance, like in terms of rates and like cost, probably in the entire United States. So y'all don't understand the pain.
And series of videos. So definitely get subscribed to make sure you're among the first to see that when the rest of those come out. So, big box, but the headset is relatively small. Shout out to Jerry Everything for the knife.
I want a box cutter.
And inside...
Is that the box it comes in?
This is a really soft box. Whoa. And this here is a third little box. So, this is an incredibly flimsy box, but I'll just take this one out. So the 3 things we have now are the Vision Pro headset in this box, the Vision Pro Zeiss lenses, so these are optical inserts, so if you have a prescription, then these come in the box and they will magnetically attach to the headset, so if you wear glasses, you can still use the headset. And
that's gotta be a shit life. Glasses and you can't really like fully like re-encrypt, like you double glassed up if you gotta wear glasses and you still got the Vision Pro on your shit.
This is the optional $200 extra Vision Pro travel case.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much. The Vision Pro gonna take up the whole space. Like what is this? It's supposed to be like a oversized fanny pack?
This thing, this is a whole aesthetic. I'll get to that in a second. I'm just gonna leave that right here.
That look like some shit that you put like a you know what I'm saying? Some really important life-saving shit, like a cryo chamber or some shit.
But this is the headset itself. It's gonna slide.
Yep. Okay. Pull it out for me. Pull it out for me. Or push it out, whatever floats your boat. However you get it out. All right, cool.
So this is like the size of, I mean, it's bigger than a Mac box. This might be bigger than the Mac Studio box, but.
Slice, appreciate you with the 11 months.
There you go. And it's got all the pull tabs. I do expect pretty good packaging here.
Okay.
This is such a high pressure first gen product for Apple, so I'm expecting pretty good packaging for this introduction to a first gen thing. Take the tabs off.
It look like a beanbag. It's so lame. So is your life. I just want to see it. It looked like a Yeezy.
Okay. So there's the headset. So the headset comes with this little cover on it, and it's dressed up with one of these bands. This band right here is the one that you see in all the commercials. It's this really soft, stretchy fabric material, and it's in this sort of cardboard head. This is the Solo Knit band. There's another band though that I'm pretty sure comes with this that is called the Dual Loop band. So I'll put this to the side real quick and see what else comes in this like shoebox size box. So this pops off.
I can't lie to you. I actually have no plans on getting this, but the fact that I could potentially watch movies, if they make it so that like the sound on the inside of these or whatever, like how I receive sound with this, if they make it like perfect and I could actually see a full movie, like I'm fully immersed, I might actually no. I don't want this to turn into that. We on a whole different shit. I love you.
It's quality. And then we're into
I can't allow this.
Inside, which is a Designed by Apple in California pamphlet. Oh, I bet there's stickers in here. Oh, there's a microfiber too. Okay. Then there is.
How do I get the sound though?
Light seal cushion. Oh, I think
Marcus.
we get two of these. Yeah, there's one.
And we accept, and we humbly accept. That's why I said I love you. But it just we on this now. We gotta step away from that. It was getting too toxic.
Thin light seal and one thick light seal. I'll get to that in a second. And at the top, there's a lot of explaining to do. Some more heavy Vision Pro paperwork. And this is the dual loop band. So this is the second band that goes both around the back of your head and over the top of your head. We'll try that out for comfort over the Solo Knit band.
That's
and
not
then
like
there's
me.
your power. So the battery that comes with the Vision Pro,
My nigga, the battery as fat as an iPod first generation used to be.
is this thing right here. It's all very white. Everything in this box is either white or silver. It's pretty heavy.
How far does it go?
So this
Why is that your first instinct?
was pretty new. It's got this white braided cable. And I don't know if Apple's even called this MagSafe, but at the end of this cable is one proprietary connector right there. And that connector is what plugs into the side of the headset.
Stop
and
acting like
this
you're not excited
is the
to
battery,
just,
the 2.5 to 3 hour battery that comes with Vision Pro.
Like pretend you're not making a video.
It says on the back actually, 3,166 milliamp hours. I know a lot of phones that have 5,000 milliamp hour batteries that feel much lighter than this, so I'm curious why this feels so heavy, but that's the battery. And then in order to get more than 2.5 hours or to charge the battery, you have the cable, USB-C, and the wall brick. So let's see what the wall brick says. I hope it charges fast.
You think
30 watts. So not super fast, but this is a 30 watt brick.
is it USB-C?
USB Type-C.
Okay.
And then a C-to-C braided cable. Okay,
Okay.
that's it for the inside of this box.
You know I need to get a brick with a USB-C outlet on it.
So now let's go over
That's
these
not bad.
accessories. So okay, let's do the paperwork
It could be
first.
better.
This is
It could be
probably
better,
the
but
most
it's not bad.
common stuff. Everyone's gonna get this. This is a little booklet of what's in the box and a sort of a first, and that is all the pairing it to your iPhone, putting it on for the first time, connecting the straps. I'll show you guys this.
You more hyped than him
Oh,
because
and
I want to
even
see him put it on.
how to
Pause.
store the cable around the battery. So apparently you do not
All right,
wanna
bro.
wrap
I'm
it
not the one that has it. You have it. Show me everything now.
to go through a sort of a face scanning process. So you actually use the iPhone with the Face ID sensors to measure the depth and scan around your eyes and your face.
Put it
and you
on
end
your
up with
head.
a custom fitted light seal.
Put it
The light seal
on your
cushion
head.
is either thin
Now.
or thick. So maybe you have the optical inserts and you want it a little further from your face, or you just want a little extra cushion. This would be the thicker cushion that you would use. Okay. So there you go. That's the thicker cushion.
He's switching materials,
But the
bro.
idea is the light seal around the Vision Pro is shaped to roughly match your face. It's not like exactly custom molded. It's more that they have a preset number of different sizes and shapes. And when you do the scan, it picks the one that matches you the best to give you the best immersion. Let's take the plastic or the cardboard off.
I wasn't listening, and I apologize for that. But basically, the vibe that I got from what he just said is that it adjusts to the size of your dome and squeezes your shit accordingly. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong completely on that, though. But that would be really interesting if it did that.
Vision Pro.
I might actually buy it.
And, sort of a standard head size, I guess, right there. And if we take this protective off the first time,
like, look at that, bro.
There's your glass.
For just the small fee of $3,900, you could be the dude from Toonami.
A lot of lights in this room, so it's gonna be pretty rough.
Yo, imagine wearing this with a shiesty on. Come on, you can't say you wouldn't look hard. Come on now. Come on, dude. I don't even need a motorcycle helmet.
Reflective, but now you can probably imagine why people are gonna carry this Vision Pro cloth. Notice it says Vision Pro on the microfiber.
I mean, okay. I'm not going to have the microfiber on there when I'm using it, but okay.
Hopefully you can see that. But yeah, so when you get the headset, you're going to notice
product review videos cause I get so impatient. LOL, it looks like a Tesla. Crying face, crying face,
how the
crying
fuck,
face.
How the fuck does this look like a How does this look black? How does this...
Things. One, this is the thicker version. This thinner version pops off. And two, this light seal. This is the custom light seal that pops off. And then you're just left with this. This is the entire computer.
Oh, wow.
For Apple Vision Pro.
That's actually way thinner than I thought it would be.
It's pretty small. It's not unlike a lot of other VR headsets, but it's got this aluminum housing around the outside. You can see the tons of sensors and glass, and it is very front weighted.
I'm getting a little frisky.
This light seal is what's ideally shaped to match your face and block the light out. It attaches just like
oh, so no extra shit can creep into my shit. So when I'm in theater mode, I really get the full experience.
AirPods Max. You've seen AirPods Max headphone covers just like that.
That's gotta hurt my face though.
There you go. And I'm gonna go with the thin light seal cushion. And there's the normal look to the Vision Pro headset. Now, let's take the dual loop band out, because this is the other one that there's been a lot of talk about the weight of the Vision Pro.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why Apple has decided to include 2 bands in the box.
So you get a free $2,000, bro, when you buy this. So really, it's only $1,500.
There are different band sizes as well. So when you measure your head, you're either getting a small, medium, or large size for your bands. So I've got mediums of both of these. For this dual loop, let's take it out. So you can see, so much cardboard. There's 2 loops, one over your head and one behind your head. So there's a very specific process to taking off and attaching these bands with Vision Pro. So I'm gonna put this on for the first time without booting it up, just so you can see how this works. So this is the solo band right here. Kind of goes around the back of your head. And then, if I'm in the right, yep, this spot right here, this, you just crank this.
What does that do?
And it tightens it up. Yeah, and the weight is really basically just now pulling it onto the front of your face. All the weight is on the front, and it kind of lands on your cheeks and on your forehead.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. Y'all gonna take this off in age 5 years.
This is how it looks in all the commercials. It's the most...
Unless I completely loosen it up and I lay down while I'm watching my movie. If I'm laying down while using this, it might be a different type of party.
Simple looking band. You can pull the band up or
I just can't drink nothing while I'm watching my horror movies, but you know, it might be worth it.
Down to kind of adjust the way it sits on your head. But as you can probably already tell, I didn't think it might get a little uncomfortable.
A little?
So
be honest with yourself, bro. You already know you can't wear that shit more than 30 minutes.
To take this band off and switch to the other one, all you got to do is, you see this this orange pull tab in here? This orange pull tab is just to release the band from the Vision Pro. So
Why wouldn't they put the weight on the back of the like I get it, but why wouldn't they distribute more weight to the back so that the front wouldn't put so much weight onto the bridge of your nose and on your eyes, you know,
if I pull that,
on your forehead and whatnot.
it unclicks the metal, and I pull that off.
Also, they should have made the material softer for the light, you know, compression area. Like the material should have been like a lot thicker so that there wouldn't be as much like weight like pushing down on your nose and shit like that.
That other one, and it just pops right off. And that's the headset without the band attached to it. And you have these little pods here over each ear, which are a bunch of speaker drivers pointing down into your ear. These are some seriously small components. They're so dense though. Like this is heavy despite being small. So if you want to put the other band on, it's basically exactly as you'd expect. Attaches like that and like that.
That seems better, but I still feel like the weight is gonna drag it down.
And now you can
Nigga, this is not this is not the look, bro. What the
change
fuck?
it with Velcro. You can make it taller in
Look like you just got out of surgery.
the top, taller in the back. So let's try it. Let's
Bro.
try taller in the top and taller in the back. Well, that's so much more well distributed, and I happen to adjust it pretty close to my head.
Oh my god, bro. Bad hair day niggas are gonna be insane with this.
Pretty much perfectly. That is
You know what his head gonna look like when he take this off, bro. Come on, man.
going to be much easier to wear for longer. But of course, now you have this thing across the top of your head, so not everybody's going to like that.
See what I'm saying?
I think it's immediately a better fit. It's more comfortable. Wow. Okay.
They just parted the C on your head, bro, on your top.
Okay.
Bald niggas winning. True, man. This might be a thing for follically absent niggas, bro. Follically challenged.
Probably going to be using that more often. But let's get to this travel case. So this, I guess, isn't really a travel case as much as it's just like a protective outer layer for the glass, since this whole outside, which has a ton of fingerprints already, is just covered in glass. You might want to just pop it in here, and then theoretically you can maybe put that in a backpack. I don't know if you would want to, but this is the extra Vision Pro travel case. It's got this handle on the top.
Okay.
Oh, and it extends out a little bit. That's nice.
Okay.
That's well thought. Nice.
You know, come on, you know that's not worth it. For the extra $200, that's all you get. You know it's not worth it. Show me the inside.
Tight. And then
Apple's notorious for charging the most to do the least. Nigga. It's got standard zippers on it, bro. Like, I had this shit when I was in middle school for a lunchbox.
it opens up, and it's got sort of molding in the places that you'd put the headset. So this is where the battery will go. And it's even got this molded spot for the cable,
bro.
so I can slide that in there, Velcro it down.
What the fuck? Well, what the fuck else am I supposed to put in here then? That's not gonna like compromise the integrity and the potential usability of the battery. What else can I put in this bitch outside of the Pro? I'm supposed to pay an additional $200 just to house this hoe? When I could just put it in a duffel?
And the cable should be able to just wrap in here.
There's no way.
The other side,
There's no way.
another case. And then it says this is where your, accessory pouch. So this is where you put polishing cloth, power brick, and USB-C charging cable. These things
Alright, bro.
make sense. Keep them in there.
Can't wait for niggas to get their hands on these and wear them with every fit like snow goggles in the summer 2012. Oh my god, that was such a good era though.
Activated carbon deodorizer, do not eat. Then you put the headset in here,
You literally can't put nothing else in this shit. Wow.
put the accessories in there, and close it up.
There's no way.
That's actually pretty solid. I know people were making fun of the price of the $200
Justify
Vision Pro
it.
accessory
Justify
case,
it.
But the thing is, I wouldn't want to travel with this without the case. And I
You can house this anywhere.
do think people are going to want to travel with this. The number one
You can house that anywhere.
use case I've been looking forward to with Vision Pro is airplanes. So I'm gonna need a pretty big backpack to have extra room for all of this, but I do think I'm gonna be trying that. Let's boot it up for the first time. Let's get it all set up. So this is what you'll have to do when you get out Vision Pro. Ready? Open the case.
We know
Charge
this.
it up, we'll plug it straight into the wall. Is a USB-C port on the side. So if I want to just plug the headset straight into the wall, I'm plugging the battery straight into the wall. But it's
okay.
Start to glow, just like that. And that means it's starting up for the first time.
Do I get like that old Macintosh sound intro when you turn on the computer?
It's about a minute to boot.
If I do, then I might
it up, and then I'll go right into the setup process, which I'm sure you'll
Do widgets show up on the screen? Can I control it with my Apple Watch? Can I sync my AirPods to it?
all want to see on camera.
Oh my God, it does. Something does show up. I didn't expect that. Thought it was gonna be black. Oh my God. That was a great
I
noise.
see a checkbox.
I hear shit.
How do I look?
Show me what you looking at, man.
Ridiculous? Do I look great or ridiculous?
You look fucking stupid. You look insane. You look like a bug.
Decent? Okay. I can see you guys. So there's a little hello script, and it's booting up for the first time. But I'm going to save this, all of this setup and all of this using Vision Pro. That's going to be the next video. So last thing I'm going to show you is the Zeiss lenses. If you have,
I don't give a fuck about that. I want to see somebody using it. I mean, I would have came to you first because you are like the leader in that regard, but I'm going to go and see what somebody else is doing with this shit because I need to see it. I kind of want to, like, I got to, wait, review Magic Until It's Not? Oh my God. Oh my God, they got a review out. They got a review out. Holy shit. Wait, I just want to see it. Wait. Spatial computer or VR headset? Wait. Let me see it.
To think of the Vision Pro as a VR headset, but it's a VR headset.
This is a salesman guarantee, but it's okay.
A VR headset with incredibly good spatial tracking that almost lets you pretend it's not a VR headset, but it's a VR headset. You put it on your head in a way that blocks out reality entirely, and then it shows you video feeds pass through from the cameras in the front, making it look like you can see right through the device.
Video feeds passing through the camera, but I can still see what's happening on the other side.
But it can also show you anything else at various levels of immersion. Here I am.
Watch the Brian Long review of it. Is this not good enough?
Here I am halfway immersed at Joshua Tree and halfway still in the loft. It's neat.
No, I want to be fully immersed, bro. Take me somewhere else.
The Vision Pro hardware is stunning compared to most other VR.
This one only barely shows anything? Okay, what was it called? Brian who? Brian Long? Brian Hong? Brian Tong. My fault. Brian Tong, like the things that I use to get meat off of the grill. Brian Tong, Vision Pro. What are we doing? Show me something. Nigga, an hour? What the fuck? Where are you? I'm gonna skip through most of this.
Siri, open messages. Siri, open photos.
Yo.
Oh, so cool. We'll put this over here.
How is he grabbing that?
Open. Oh.
Is he grabbing that just by looking?
Wow.
You got to get this? Hold on.
Wow.
He had the flex? I want to see
Siri,
it.
take me to Yosemite.
Yosemite? What the fuck?
Siri, close all my apps.
I want to be like Siri, take me to like the surface of the sun.
Are you kidding me?
Please.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, his shirt was awful. He has to be like he got to be the most intelligent person.
Because there is truly no other thing
Hold on.
out there on planet Earth like this. This is one of a kind, and I'm sure, you know, everyone wants to try to make comparisons, but this is a whole new approach to the mixed reality space, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. And this review is going to happen over multiple days because there's just so much to show you and experience. And the Apple Vision Pro,
Siri
this is
Ruby
just different
Rose
from
on
the moment you
Ivan's
look at it.
homepage.
The hardware, the elegance, the quality materials. Like, you can check out my unboxing for a real up-close look at it.
Right, like right there, they have it. Like they got me sold right here. When they get to the back, you know, the material in the back, and then the case, they lose me completely. But like right here, up until like the center of the design, they kind of got me hooked.
And just even how to properly fit either this solo knit band or the dual loop band. I show it to you all, but for me in this review, I want
Gestures.
to bring as much of the experience to you as possible, right?
I encourage a full watch of this, but I'm trying to go to the most essential parts. They're talking about the chip that's on the inside, relying on Siri, guest user mode. So this is for niggas that like want people to use it, don't have a problem with people using it, but don't go in my search history type vibe, which is something that I definitely agree with. I'm an advocate for. Making your persona is kind of crazy. How do you do that?
Now slowly turn your head to the left.
So this is the face that you're going to be seeing, or the face that they're going to be using. Let's say you didn't want to do FaceTime or whatever. They're going to use this computer generated version of you to basically have those calls or whatever. It's weird. It's weird. Because somebody could technically kill you and then start using this, you know, in place of your actual face to have FaceTime calls and shit like that, which is why I wouldn't want to do something like this ever. They could hack your shit and start having convos, you know what I'm saying? With AI voice, you know, the sky is really the limit. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point, but you know, who knows?
Now tilt your head up. Then tilt your head down.
While we own this, all these tech review channels be glazing these big brands. I get you, but I actually think this is an interesting product.
Then make a big smile with your teeth showing.
I only really care about this because of the potential that movies could potentially, you know, that's really why.
Capture complete.
Technology not there yet, though. I wouldn't know. I'm not a tech savvy person
Okay.
like that.
Pro back on to continue.
Let's see what happens, y'all.
I know a little bit more
what
than the
happens.
basics.
Takes what, maybe the whole process, a minute and a half. And there I am.
Oh, fuck no.
There, that's me. Oh my
Fuck
gosh.
no.
Hello, watch this. The mouth tracking. Ah, woo! Look, look. You can choose a natural lighting. Studio, I think, is a little brighter. Okay, I can go to contour. I think it gets a little bit of my stripe. All right, gets some of the aspects of it. I think with better lighting, my previous one, it popped a
Imagine EDP with this shit. How would he fare well with this?
little more. So
I'm concerned at where you're going with this.
you might want to try it a few times, but look, it also captures
Oh my God, were those hands? Nigga, what the fuck was that?
your
Oh my, ew! What the fuck? Okay, no, you lost me. You completely lost me. I don't want, oh my God, is he having a FaceTime call with other, no, there's no way.
So after I got my persona locked in, you know, what's the first thing that you would do? Well, I tried a FaceTime call with some friends.
Please,
All
no.
right, so now Brian has joined us. Oh,
You guys look fucking terrible. You look like my players. You look like 2K created players, bro. Like, what is this? Y'all not supposed to talk like this, and you know it.
my gosh. Okay, we were just debating like what's your hair stripe gonna look like?
Nah, bro.
It kind of looks blended out, right?
Lost me. Y'all all look like you've been brutally murdered. Brutally.
I have the Oculus and you can already watch Netflix and stuff in it in VR for $500.
Really?
But all this ish reminds me of the movie Ready Player One.
Should I
You
get-
seen it?
Should I get Oculus or should I get like what would be a better investment?
If you buy me and you a pair, I'll buy some white puffers and we can hit the city like the Minutemen.
How would that benefit my legacy?
It doesn't get the spikiness, but it's there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. What do you think about the shape, though?
Why not just FaceTime them on your real phone? I don't know. You have to justify the use of the item at some point, and this is the only justification. If you could just do regular FaceTime calls with it, they wouldn't even market it as a feature, so they got to use it for something. Otherwise, there's no point in them even using your face.
Oh, I mean, actually, your hair and my hair is kind of like the same shape, Marcus.
Yeah.
Right? We kind of got a little cone, like a little bit of cone head action going up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
Y'all look fucking insane. All right, what's the next gaming? Okay, what's the next one? Let's see.
and iPad OS apps. I mean, gaming on here is
Oculus is really that much better? I got to look then.
pretty ridiculous. Let's say if you Apple Arcade games, there's about 250 games on launch. So think of this: you have a controller that's tied to connected over Bluetooth, and you can basically just have
Why am I watching this on a screen and not fully immersed?
something around. It feels like around 150 to
Wait, what Sonic game is this?
200 in screen, smoothly just like drag and change the scale of it, the fidelity of the image and the resolution of those games. does not break down, so it doesn't get like all super extra pixelated. The image quality still holds true. And then you have other apps like Steam and Steam Link. You could actually have a game on your PC on the same network
Get the
with
Quest
the controller
3 and play Half-Life. Also watch NBA section of the video.
Okay.
and use that.
Did I already skip that?
Blow it up really big. You can take Apple Arcade games,
Sonic
blow it
Dream
up really
Team
big.
Apple Arcade
This is
exclusive.
arguably, if you want to use it that way, your largest, biggest, and best gaming display in your house. A lot of the games here on launch.
I'm not doing that though. Like, if I want to get fully, I want to get fully deep in. I want to get fully deep in. Like, I'm trying to be. What's that one game? Like,
yeah, I got this horror game called Blair Witch on Oculus, and it's scary and super immersive. You can also stream from it. Wink, wink.
Chill, bro. If I get like a horror game, for instance, I want to be able to like turn my head and I'm still in game. I don't want like it to ruin my
They
immersion.
look like if I had an abortion arm, they look crazy ASF.
Chill, chill.
What I would call like full takeover VR type games. This is going to take time for developers to.
Okay, I get it, but like until then, there's really no point in me even having it marketed as like a useful tool. I could just play it on my big screen at that point. But again, they have to market it as like a usable thing. You said you wanted me to watch the NBA
You want to
version.
see more cool apps? Of course you do.
Let me see.
You know, there's no games happening right now, but obviously.
Can I be
Lakers-Warriors
courtside?
game
Can I
was
be courtside?
Insane. Two of the great ones, LeBron James and Steph Curry. So if this was.
Oh my God. Now they're about to make an amazing amount of money. All they have to do is set up a stream camera, right, at the game. Have people pay a certain amount to sit at that seat virtually, and you can be courtside. They just did it. They just fucking completed the mission. Billions of dollars right there.
I would hit.
I'm doing it. They have to.
I'm going to watch
have
now.
to.
And what you
I'm getting a ticket, first row.
get is a stream of the game.
No, you saying pre-watch. When we saw it in the trailer, they already mentioned like you could sit courtside as a thing, but I wonder if they're gonna actually like set up something for a streaming purpose that you could just sit there and actually watch it.
Playing.
Like live and shit like that.
Now, I'm going to pause this so we can talk about this, right? So let's say the game is playing, but I want to see what other games are happening. I also want to see what's happening in this game, so I can click on team stats. And
They already have it, really?
real time, they update while you're watching the game. Field goal percentage, 3-pointers, free throws. Do I want to look at player stats? Over here on the right side, you can look at the teams and each individual players. Let's obviously go check out the Warriors. Steph Curry had a beast of a game, 46 points. Also got to rep my man up and coming, Jonathan Kuminga right here.
I didn't know they did it.
22 and
Wow.
9. But you can look at all this real time as it's happening. And I was instantly already freaking. I'm like, oh my gosh, this just made my viewing experience so much better. But then I look up there and I was like, games? And so I click it and I'm like, oh wow.
Can I check my parlays with it? No, you're gonna be disappointed like we was with the Lions, and everybody realized they was broke as fuck after they lost and shit like that. You gotta realize the energy of the room, like too. Like you can't actually wear this when you're watching the game with people, bro, because you don't get the full experience of extreme excitement, happiness, or extreme disappointment and failure. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see everybody's face and realize the depression in the room when the Lions weren't able to come back from that one, monumental moment. Fuck that coach too, by the way, but I'm just saying.
All the games that are being played, whether they're live or archived for the day, are here. Let's go to a rivalry like Miami, New York, and I click on it. It says watch game. I could swap it in, or I could add to multi-view. So
What's that?
all of a sudden, one pops up, and I'm like, oh crap! Like I can watch on the big screen, or I can have it here. Let's go to another game. Philadelphia, Denver. Yes, please. Add to multi-view. So now I have three screens, 3 games.
Unless you're doing parlays like crazy, you do not need to be watching this many. Like, nah.
This is not
What else?
accessible at all, and
LA
the use case for this is so nice. I feel like this would be cool for 30 minutes at a time.
Yeah, you can't like. They're marketing it. It's like a lot of. It's like info bombing to a certain degree, where it's like, let's give you all these potential products that we can, that you can use, but you're not gonna do it in this way.
LA Clippers, Boston. Yes, please.
Like the chances of you actually sitting down to watch 3 games like at the same time is just so low.
Add to
Only
multi-view.
thing that can make this better
That
is if
goes
it
there.
is a longer
New
battery
Orleans,
and better
Milwaukee,
comfortability.
add
Plus
to
the
multi-view.
Oculus
Do you
Guy
see
is
what I'm
super
seeing
fast
here?
and gets
We
super
literally have
uncomfortable.
5 live streams or archive streams of NBA basketball in my face.
You can't even consume all of that at the same time. Like, just because it's on doesn't mean that you're taking it all in.
I'm freaking out already. I'm like, this is incredible.
Maybe if your mind worked the same way your brain did and it captured the image and you could process everything and understand it all at the same time, but since you can't, it's really useless.
I can take a game over here, and if I want to, I can swap it in and play it on the big screen.
That's
and
nice.
Then my Warriors game and Lakers game, maybe it's during halftime, goes over there. I can watch the game here.
Like, this is beneficial if I'm working on something and I got a virtual keyboard in my mind and I got like a podcast playing on the side, but that's really audio based.
Then, what do you normally do when you're watching sports? Yeah, I'm messaging my friends in the group text. Siri, open messages. So
you're no longer watching the 5 screens.
Pops in over there.
Can
I can be
have
browsing the
Subway
web here.
Surfer gameplay underneath?
This is insane.
It is insane.
A sports fan's wet dream.
It's not. But if they doing parlays like crazy, then it will be. All right, let's go to the movie section. What do we have in terms of video?
Now, if there's one word to describe the Apple Vision Pro, that word is immersive. This is
Thank you.
the most
Let me see what, like,
immersive.
how deep into the movie
headset
can I
I've
be?
ever
You
experienced.
look fucking crazy.
I gotta use it and test it out in half an hour, hands-on experiences before this review. But now that I've had it from an immersive video standpoint and experience, this thing is incredible. I mean, you first have those environments that really transport and take you away from where you are, whether you want to do work while you're in an environment, whether you want to watch a movie. Haleakala, you have Yosemite, you have the...
I would not want to be in Yosemite at fucking night. This looks terrifying. What the fuck? All I hear is wind? Ew, bro, I'm seeing a bunch of just shadows right now. Get me the fuck out of here.
This like cool sand area.
Sure,
you have
taking a
Mount
Mount
Hood, and they have daytime versions.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck?
Nighttime versions. They can also change, like the weather can change as well in here. But they really transport you to different locations. You even have
This does not look like what the shit you just showed me.
something like the meditation app that you feel like you're in a different world. And then when you start talking about actual immersive video content, right? We have the Apple immersive video platform. There's, a rehearsal stage with Alicia Keys, and this is...
Even though I know we're not there yet, this whole concept will be done better if they come out with an Apple box, where it's basically a room that you buy and they set it up in your garage and you go inside and you could tweak the settings to look like, you know what I'm saying, any environment that you want. Then it'll be like, then we're really going to be like to a point of no return. Like anti-socialism going to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's where they need to be. But it's decent for right now.
Again, their acquisition of NextVR, you're watching 180-degree video, all right, in front of you. So it basically covers your peripherals. It's shot in 8K. It's 3D, and it supports high dynamic range.
Yeah, that's going to be like a $50,000 product at the very least, though.
It's cool, but too much, bruh.
This
shit would make my brain
It's incredible
decompose.
to see this.
I
and
agree.
You feel it, if that makes sense. You actually feel the video, and there's not anything out there like that today. And then spatial audio on top of that.
You're cap, because if I went to, I don't know, I don't know, Alaska right now, I wouldn't be cold. If it made me cold, like if the device started to cool up and like if it started to heat up and cool off, depending on which environment that you went to, I would say you got my money, to be honest.
That has been
But it can't do that,
to capture that just yet. Also, we talk about 3D movies. Apple TV will have 150 3D movies available on launch. If you already have purchased the movie and it's available in 3D, you have the option.
Oh, so there's only a certain amount of movies. Fuck.
You can either watch the 2D version.
I am asking for too much. I went too far. I deeped it.
Or the
but
3D version of the movie.
it's $3,900, bro. I'm gonna deep it every time.
This is also incredible because of course you're wearing a headset, but you're not wearing actual glasses that sometimes you get a screen door effect. When there's a lot of action, the frame rate can break down a tiny bit, but this is the best looking 3D that I've ever seen. And I was the 3D junkie who bought the Panasonic TVs back in the day and bought all the different 3D glasses and bought a huge collection of 3D movies, and now TVs today don't support it. This is the best fidelity of a 3D experience we've ever seen. It supports
Sean, you
high
got to
dynamic
remember
range,
the battery only lasts 2 hours.
Yeah, but not if I stay plugged in.
and also supports high frame rate. So that means movies
And I'm gonna look so fucking crazy.
that are like 48 frames, like Avatar: Way of Water. You get the original directors in.
Why are you showing me Avatar, bro? Like, that movie was the biggest. Oh my god, why do I say things? I don't want to say this right now, bro. Nobody's gonna give me pushback though. Nobody in here is watching who's a super movie head. Avatar: The Way of Water was mid. It was long as fuck for no reason. There, I said it.
Intent in a headset like this, you throw in the spatial audio, it's just incredible, all the things that it can do. And then look, I just had to add this part here because it's important when we talk about the I word, immersive. So when you watch a movie, you can go into the cinema view, and Apple
It was beautiful. Shut up. Shout out got canceled.
sees that it just doesn't translate as well in the headset, and it's really shaky, but you can actually get the prime spot, whether it's a middle seat, front row, back row, or even up on the balcony, and the theater that you're in changes perspective while the movie transitions into these different locations. It is
What?
special, and when we talk about just being in an immersed environment, that is another way it does it. And then,
How is that immersive if it keeps taking me out of the immersion by changing settings?
on top of that, you have the ability to take and record spatial photos or spatial videos from either your iPhone 15 Pros or take them directly on this device. You have this top button here on the left side, and that allows you to, when you tap it, it puts you in kind of the spatial capture mode. You either hold it for video, you just press it once for single photos, it saves them directly to the device. But on your phone, you kind of get that large, wide landscape aspect ratio for videos.
Can I watch my old nut videos, bro? How immersive is that? Like, what's the screen rate gonna be? You know what I mean?
And photos, and so that's my preference.
Like,
And
what
then
are we
you
doing
just
here?
Airdropped in here.
What can I really
and you
like?
can
What can I really
capture
consume?
Intimate moments that just come alive on this headset like nothing you've ever seen or experienced before. So
I'm just saying.
we're talking about from top
You
to
talk about immersion, like let's really get active.
bottom. Apple immersive
Well,
video.
I think I would like to offer
3D
a rebuttal.
movies,
In fact, I believe
immersive
that Avatar
environment.
was generational movie and has been
Here
a
we
staple
go,
for
bro.
African Americans everywhere.
This nigga gotta be different, bro. Every time.
And your own personal spatial video. This is the most immersive headset we have ever seen. And from someone who loves to consume content, this is really special. Now, of course, the question is, okay, Brian, you're talking about this battery life. What do we got for battery life? Well, you know, with normal use, Apple said 2 hours. And then with watching a movie, Apple said 2.5 hours. But what I can tell you is
Wait, what? How would you get more usage watching movies than you would with normal use?
this is the test. I've been wearing this a whole lot just for you, and which is normal use. We're talking about running multiple apps, doing FaceTime calls, even playing like YouTube TV on the side while I'm doing other things, playing music. I was able to push this out for 2 hours and
Less processor use? You telling me there would be less?
26 minutes. So it's almost, we're talking about 2.5 hours of normal data
Video playback will use way more battery though, right?
use. And I was pushing a lot harder than I even would in a normal way, but that's good to know, right? At least from a day-to-day real world, you're basically getting around 2.5 hours. Now for watching a 3D movie, I made it all the way through Avengers Endgame, and then I just had like a couple minutes extra of juice. This headset for a movie, 3D movie, lasted 3 hours. And
What the fuck? I'm lost.
2.5 hours is crazy. You can't even finish Avatar.
I'm lost. Like, I get what y'all are saying, but at the same time, it's like,
If you're only watching videos/movies, normal use, you have multiple apps open.
are the apps that you're using not optimized for the system that you're on to why it's running that hard to only get you less time than you would watching a full movie or a video in 3D? Like, what apps are you using? I'm confused. It works the same with phones. I've never noticed that. Anytime I ever watched videos with my phone, it's always drained it over me just having it open, using it regularly. From what I've noticed, I don't know. Maybe it's just my phones, but
and 9
That's never been the case off my experiences.
minutes. So what that tells you is that both of the, whether it's using it for regular use or using it for movies, both were about half an hour more than what Apple officially stated battery life wise, which has been typical for Apple, but at least you know now. It's really real world 2.5 hours of day-to-day.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy this first generation. You're definitely right on that. I would definitely wait, a couple generations in before they really like get the ball rolling on how to perfect all of this, and before they get more movies optimized to use the immersion that he's talking so much about, more apps to fully utilize the space, more in general, games especially.
Use, and then 3+ hours of watching a movie, and that's really incredible. Now, you have your battery, right? If you need to recharge it, it takes 1.5 hours to go from 0 all the way to 100%. I did, just for fun, a 30-minute charge, and I got it to 37%. So yes, you do need a battery pack, and there will be caveats that come with that as well. So,
bro, you're gonna be walking around like you're an Android connected to a PC in your backpack.
Look, I've been saying
you can't just put this in your pocket, bro.
Great things about the Apple Vision Pro, and again, there's nothing out there like it, but there's obviously, this is the first gen. There's some things, some drawbacks that you need to know about, and I'm sure some of these things that are missing will likely, come in time. Again, this is day one of this device, but I think one of the first things I noticed is, you download all these different apps, but there is no app customization right now, meaning after Apple's apps on the home screen, the rest of the apps are actually listed alphabetically, so you currently cannot move them around or customize the layout.
I'm sorry, but 2 hours and 26 minutes is
group your
insane.
apps together.
That's a literal lifespan of a phone. I would say least think it would last 12 to 24 hours for 3 bands. Apple ain't shit, crying face.
I mean, yeah. But you gotta remember too, like, you don't want a battery to be too crazy in this device as a standalone because it's going to be on your face. Like, I don't want them to have a battery that's big enough to last 12 hours on my head, because I just envision all the bad things that could go wrong until they just maybe optimize this with a few, a couple more generations later. I think having a smaller battery is safer. Even at the risk of them only having 2 to 3 hours of usage without a battery pack, I think it's better to just have a connector for a battery as opposed to have all that power be so close to your eyes and your face and your fucking nose. And then they're already sitting it, like the weight of it already on your fucking face anyway. Like, I'm good, bro. Like, you just take your time with the battery. I'm gonna be honest. Normally, I would give them shit for that, but just take your time.
You do have compatible iPhone and iPad apps. Those are in the compatible apps folder. You could also use Siri to launch an app specifically, or you can go to Control Center and then use Spotlight.
The battery is carried on your hip? No, like if you charge the thing, right, like on its own, it has its own charge. It's got its own battery within. Hopefully it's got vents in this bitch, bro. I didn't see a place for vents for real, but hopefully it's got like a vent for hot air to continuously blow out, or some mini fans that you might not be able to hear. But I think the battery pack is like you can connect it to it without having to be in a wall. Maybe you connect the battery to get charged on the go, drain the battery pack. I don't fucking know.
Sean, I don't know if you're aware of Elon Musk Neuralink implant. The first procedure happened already. That's going to make things like Cyberpunk.
What is that? What does it do?
But, right out of the gates.
Sean, you got a P.O. box? I just had a vision, wink, that I got you a little something for Valentine's Day. No homo.
No, I don't have a fucking Valentine's. I don't have a box, a P.O. box. What are you saying?
You're kind of like thinking.
What are you sending?
That, I can customize this like iOS. You can't right now. We also have YouTube and Netflix, right? Those, they do not have native apps. They don't have compatible apps that they ported over from iPad OS. So my hope was that I could, go to the website and then add it as an app on my home screen. You are not able to do that. So that's pretty inconvenient because, look, Netflix, YouTube, and YouTube TV, those are 3 services that I use quite a lot, and I'd like to at least be able to, hey, take that, web page and turn it into a web app. You can't do that right now as of day one. So
that sucks.
It is inconvenient. My hope is that this gets resolved, and so for now, that's something that you can't do. Now, will this stop me from saying, oh, get this device? I think it's obviously an inconvenience, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm pretty sure it'll be worked out. But what you could do right now is, you know, set one as your home page in Safari as it launches, or, you know, create them as favorites. Now, also things to be aware of, right? This is a list of
Oh no.
more caveats. Battery swap, right?
Please
now
don't.
remember, this device, it hasn't changed. Once this battery runs out, if you want to, like, you know, change over to a new battery, there is no time where, oh, it has, like, you know, you can't like hot swap it and this is still running. The actual Apple Vision Pro will shut down once you remove a battery and connect a new one. But the time is not too bad. I mean, I put in a battery fully charged from start, and, you know, from a cold start, it takes about 37 seconds to warm up. You're going to hear this deep, bright chime that is a little different sounding, specifically for Apple Vision Pro. And once you hear that chime, you can put this on your head, and then
This too much work, man. Fuck.
about 5 more seconds, you'll see an Apple logo, and then the video feed
Movie reflections
shows up inside the Apple Vision Pro. But right now, once you swap batteries, the power will turn off, and then you'll have to wait for it to boot up again. Also, I think one of the things that I noticed over time is movie lens reflections. And what do I mean by that? So, you know, this
Sean
happens in other VR
graduating this
headsets,
year
but
and questioning staying home, going to a community college, or going to college and taking out a loan. What did you do?
I went to school to develop a trade. So find something like specifically that you're good at, like a small talent, and try to get certified in that. So at the very least, you could start making money in like a niche. Because you don't really know exactly college-wise how long it's going to take you, or your motivations might take you. Like, you might be into one thing and then switch out at the last minute. So, like, stay home, but, like, go into something like a field that you specialize in or something you're interested in, and start trying to develop a bit of certification in it. You know, get a skill and monetize it at some point. You feel me? Community college is not bad, though. I wouldn't say community college is a bad thing if you want to just still stay in school.
But specifically when maybe there's some really bright scenes, it's kind of funny, like the displays are so good and the high dynamic range is so good. When you have certain scenes in movies that are really bright, it'll sometimes reflect, because you're looking through lenses and these are curved lenses, you'll see a little bit of like some reflections on the edge. Now there is a really sweet spot to see the video like when you're watching movies, but it can happen. And look, I'm just letting you know that it's not something that is you're gonna hate. I think the ultimate video file will probably be a little annoyed by it. I notice it because I'm the person who, like, you know, gets the 4K OLEDs and pays attention, all that stuff. So it's a little distracting. It happens in some scenes, but also
But also what?
A lot of the demos are
review
typically in bright
gifts on
rooms.
stream.
I will
I
soon,
was
though.
gonna send you my Oculus as a Valentine's present, man.
I don't want your shit. I want to get my own shit, a third generation, some shit that niggas can't just walk around with. I'm just joking. I need to see the actual Oculus Rift anyway, though, but I am gonna get a PO box soon.
When you're in a bright room or bright environment, you actually don't really see the reflections that much. It's only when I was pitch black in a room or pitch black in an environment where I could see a little bit of it. It's just something to let you know it's really dynamic scenes that are bright. Now,
Bro, I would love to be immersed in a scene like this.
I think the biggest thing that everyone knows and has heard about it is the weight of the headset. And I will tell you that you will feel this, right? 30 minutes in,
That was not supposed to. There was not supposed to be like that big of a silence in between. That was funny.
set. And I will tell you
You want to make a soundbite out of that? That was funny as fuck.
that you will feel this.
Oh, that was good. That's gold. What the fuck? You will feel this.
Right? 30 minutes in, for me,
Nah.
it gets
Whoa, that's crazy. I have no choice. I might have to clip it. My fault.
a little uncomfortable. 45
Well, okay, come on. You're doing it to yourself. Come on.
the weight of the headset. And I will tell you, that you will feel this, right? 30 minutes in, for me, it gets a little uncomfortable.
This is perfect.
45 minutes to an hour is really the most that I can use it for. Like
Oh,
straight through,
no,
but
that's
like I told you,
hilarious.
to test,
That's hilarious.
using it day to day, I kept it on for
That's so funny.
almost 2.5 hours to
Oh,
watch
man.
a
He's speaking facts.
movie and see how long it lasted. I kept it on for 3+ hours. But I know that in a normal situation, if I wasn't doing that for y'all, I would not be able to wear it that long. I personally need to take breaks. So for me, 45 minutes to an hour was the absolute like threshold for me. Like, I need to take a breather from this. You know, even I'll be honest with you, after 2 days, I didn't realize it, but like I touched over here and I got, you know, this is an all new device. This is things that we haven't done before.
Be honest.
I got a little bit of tenderness around my forehead.
Yeah, see, I would think, like, this is just not something that's what I'm saying, the material around, I don't know, bro. It's just not, it's not there, bro. I got to put a dumbbell in the back of my head to distribute the weight evenly.
After 2 days, it didn't stop me from using it, but I did feel it, and that was something different. So for me, someone needs to make a headset that can help distribute the weight better. There is the dual band loop. That does help.
That looks fucking stupid.
But even with that, I still, after, you know, once I hit that 45-minute mark specifically, then I'm like, oh, I need to take these off. I might be able to push it out to an hour, but that's when I felt it. Some of you might feel it earlier, some of you might not. I think that, quite honestly, people with bigger heads, it helps distribute the weight a little better for you because
Yeah, you need that like Alien versus Predator head.
it's pulled wider. But I hope either Apple works on making something that has a little bit of a counterweight to pull this off your face. We know, like, with other brand like Meta, the Quest 3 and the Quest 2, they've had that Elite strap with like the battery pack here that just helps lift it a little bit.
I do not want a battery pack in the back of my fucking head. Is there no safe way to use some shit like this?
The weight difference here, this is around 600 to 650 grams. The Meta Quest 3 is like 515 grams. So this is a little heavier. It's not significantly heavier, but no matter what, every headset you wear, you will feel the weight, and I felt the weight here. So I'm hoping that we can get other head strap options that might alleviate that a little bit. The other thing that I didn't really think of and didn't expect is when I use this, I think I get a little more exhausted than normal because there's just a lot. I'm overstimulated. Like, this is definitely using our brain in different ways, and there's so much sensory overload from the video feed, from me looking around, from me like swiping at graphics, from things like just like coming at me. I can tell that I definitely get a little fatigued after.
I'm glad he's being honest about this because these random fucking symptoms of overuse of certain shit like this will have people questioning shit and then like, yo, why do I feel like this? Blah, 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 blah.
After using that, so that's why I also need to take a break. And again, to my point is, I think this is triggering our brain to act and take in information just because there's just so much there, and it's exciting. Like, don't get me wrong, it is really fun, and I love being inside it, but it can also.
All right, bro, you're doing it to yourself at this point. It's fine. It's fine, bro. It's fine, bro. You're doing it to yourself, and that's adorable. That's fine. We've seen enough.